Hi Catholic Life! Happy Triduum! My name is Tess Schlegel, and today I'll be reflecting a little bit on Holy Thursday. So growing up, Holy Thursday was my least favorite day of the Triduum. I absolutely hated washing feet. And my siblings and I would always fight over who got to sit where in the pew, because there were two bad options. The first one would be sitting on the end and washing a stranger's feet, and the other option would be sitting next to my dad and washing his feet. And to this day, I still don't know which is worse. And after the horror of washing feet was over, and it was time to leave, we had to leave in holy silence. And I couldn't even talk to my friends. So what the heck is that about? So very childlike reasons as to why I did not like Holy Thursday. And over the years, I have grown to love Holy Thursday, and I'll tell you a little bit about why. So first of all, it's when we celebrate the institution of the Eucharist. So how profound is it that we get to receive the Eucharist while we celebrate its origins, and while we celebrate the original Last Supper? And so for me, like, Holy Thursday allows me to recenter myself on the origins of the Eucharist, and to enter into the Eucharist, like, more focused on, like, as if I was really there, and, like, kind of model that for each time I continue to go to Mass after Holy Thursday. But, like, partaking in the supper with, like, Jesus, with his feast with him, I think it's just very beautiful to be able to, like, partake in that on the day that it was originated. And then secondly, I love Holy Thursday because this to me, like, taught me so much about Christ, because he is so well displayed in Holy Thursday, on Holy Thursday, because of his servant love, leadership, and humility, especially that he displays with his disciples. And I'm sure you guys might hear this a lot, or just, like, reflect on, like, Jesus washing the disciples' feet. It's pretty common. But just think about, like, how beautiful it is that, like, Christ, who is, like, literally God incarnate, like, bent down to wash his disciples' feet. And imagine the care with which he did this task, like, praying with and through every single action, and showing just perfect love to all of his disciples. Even Judas, who our Lord knew would betray him in, like, a matter of hours, yet he still, like, stooped to wash his feet and to, like, care and perfectly love for him. And so on that Holy Thursday, Christ displays what it should look like to be his follower. It means that we must bend to wash the feet of others, of our loved ones, of our neighbors, of strangers, and most importantly, our enemies, which I know is easier said than done. So a little bit of a contrast as to when I was younger. Although sometimes I still do dread Holy Thursday feet washing, I now understand more of what it means to bend down and wash others' feet. To attempt to imitate Christ, as difficult as it may be, to push aside my own discomfort, and to imperfectly attempt to enter into Christ's service, humility, and perfect love.